Hello students, today we are going to learn the second chapter of biology, that is reproduction in lower and higher animals, next part. In this video we will study about the structure of Graphene follicles. Hello students, our today's topic is structure of Graphene follicle. It is a mature ovarian follicle and zona pellucida, that is non-cellular, which is not made up of cell, is a non-cellular layer which surrounds the secondary oocytes, and it have main two layer, that is outermost protective layer, that is called theca externa, and inner to it is called theca interna. This diagram is given in our book, from where we can see this. Then theca interna, inner to it is the membrane granulosa cell. From it differentiated into two parts, that is discussed proligerus and corona radiata. So one point is to note here that the granulosa cell, as we can see in our diagram, that it surrounded the oocytes, and the whole oocytes and the granulosa cells which surrounded by it is known as cumulus oophorus. And a fluid filled cavity called antrum, that is lie between the oocyte and the membrana granulosa. So this all portion we will understand through this diagram. From this diagram you can understand that the inner there is oocyte present, it's covered with granulosa cells, and outer to that is theca interna, and the external portion is theca externa, and in middle that is antrum. Then next that is oviduct, fallopian tube and uterine tube. This all three is same, like oviduct is known as fallopian tube and fallopian tube is also known as uterine tube. It's lying over peritoneal cavity, moving pair structure, and its length is 10 to 12 centimeter. We will understand this portion through diagram. And internally lined by ciliated epithelium. Internally in this fallopian tube there is, like if this is a fallopian tube का अगर ये छोटा सा portion है, then here we will find some cilia which helps to move ovum through it, and when ovum comes from ovary it goes into through this panel, then this ciliated epithelium helps it to move toward the fallopian tube, and it's divided into three regions, that is infundibulum, ampulla and next. So first of all we will see the infundibulum. What is infundibulum? The proximal funnel-like part, which opening called ostium. The movement of cilia and fimbriae help into driving ovulated egg to ostium. This infundibulum is the portion, that fimbria portion, from where the ovulated egg moved through cilia, and fimbriae help into driving ovulated egg to ostium. And then second is ampulla. Ampulla is the middle long and straight part of oviduct. As we can see from diagram that fallopian tube, it is a middle long straight part of the oviduct. It is a fimbriae, and this is known as oviduct. Also it is known as fallopian tube. So ampulla, it's in a region of ampulla. So it is a middle long and straight part of oviduct. And one thing is important about it, that it is a fertilization area. Here the ovum and sperm are fertilized together. And the third part is isthmus and cornua. It is a distal narrow part of the duct which open at uterus. So now we will discuss about uterus. Uterus is commonly called as womb, It is a hollow, muscular, pear-shaped organ located above and behind the urinary bladder, and its dimension is 7.5 into 5 into 2.5 centimeter. It has three regions, that is fundus, body and cervix. First, fundus, that is the upper dome shaped part, which used for implantation of embryo occurs here. In fundus, the embryo implantation is occurred here. And body, broad part of uterus which tapers downward. And the cervix is a narrow neck about 2.5 centimeter in length. It extends till vagina and passes for two openings. First internal and second one is external OS. That is, internal OS is toward the body and external is toward vagina. Internally, three-layer wall of uterus. First, outermost, that is perimetrium. Second, middle thick, that is myometrium. Here, vigorous contraction causes labor for childbirth occurs. Labor means the pain the female occurs during parturition. It's occur in myometrium, and innermost layer called endometrium, mucosal membrane. There are some points about this mucosal membrane, that it's regularly change in size during menstruation, and it is richly supplied with blood vessel because it's the lower portion of uterus, and it provides nourishment to fetus. When there is implantation during parturition, it's nourish the fetus. So students, we will understand this topic through this diagram. Through this diagram, you can understand it very nicely. All the names are given of this reproductive part, that is ovary, oviduct, fundus, etc.